or 3-3 diamonds. Here they get the diamonds breaking, so 5 hearts, 4 diamonds, and the ace of clubs is 10 tricks. Declare ducks the ace of clubs, ducks at trick 1 just on general principles. It doesn't look to me as though any good or any harm can come from it. So, I don't have anybody else yet to keep me in line on the voice commentary, so please do feel free to send private messages, questions, comments, answers, you name it. Since I left, Nickell has taken a big lead in the match, but there's still 45 deals left. So, far from over here. Right now, the Nickell lead is exactly 50 imps. Match was a lot closer when I left at the end of the second set. Mexstroth did well in the auction here. He had, in effect, a 0 count. He could suspect his queen of spades was not worth anything. But the 6-card suit was worth a lot, potentially, with partner doubling for takeout. And here he gets a non-vol game for his trouble. Down 1? Wow. I missed something. I thought, maybe declare had a diamond guess. Let's go back to that deal.
Hi, Adam.
All right. Eric Greco made a good play apparently, but even so, let's try and figure out what Mexstroth was playing for. Andy, welcome. Glad you could make it. We start off with a possible swing to the diamond team. And as spectators, that's what we should be rooting for, making the match closer.
Yeah, we're at the halfway point here. Board number 46 of 90.
All right. I just looked at the play on 46. I'm still having trouble believing it. Mexstroth is playing on a 6-man team. Greco and Hampson are on a 4-man team, so they've played every deal of the event so far. Although I think they had a bye. They didn't have to play the round robin. But maybe Mexstroth's a little tired, or maybe Greco false carded so smoothly he'd have been taken in even at the top of his game. But He was playing for... I can't tell what he was playing for. Some kind of misdefense.
Whatever it was he was playing for, it was 10 imps for the diamond team.
Indeed. We now have a comparison from the other table, and the match is tightened to 4-0. This one's quiet. North-south is in one no trump. East-west can take a lot of tricks if they work out how to. Otherwise, Declare has 7 if he gets in.
Well, East-west can, as you mentioned, Adam, take the first 9 tricks. They have to unblock the heart suit.
The 10 of spades looks like upside down count here. So Greco, Hampson now knows Greco has ace, king, queen of spades. So Greco can play the ace or the king next, giving suit preference. Dummy has strong clubs, so it would be suit preference between hearts and diamonds, presumably. So I'm guessing he'll play the ace of spades next,
one diamond being
preference from Hampson.
Sorry about that. I was going to say the one diamond being nebulous, he does have to get some.
Yeah.
He just switched to a heart, makes it a lot easier.
Yep, he decided he needed to find some heart tricks for East-West to beat the hand, and he's getting them. So this is going to be 5 and 4 is 9 tricks for the defense, 300 for East-West, which could be a pickup.
Almost as good as making 3 no trump East-West.
Indeed, and North-South can almost make 2 clubs, but not quite. But if they play 2 of a minor and go down, it's still going to be better than minus 300.
And this is probably not the start that Rodwell and McStroff wanted for this set.
Well, they got the start they wanted for the set. They were plus 50.
No, okay, we'll readjust that statement. These are not the type of 2 boards they wanted to start this set with.
That's all right. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I appreciate it.
All right, board 48. Looks like a nebulous 1 diamond from Hampson. Strong no trump overcall from Rodwell. And seems likely we'll end up in 2 spades. Neither East nor West has any reason to disturb this. North-South have a nice club fit and spade. The spade jack's falling. So 10 tricks are there if the cleric can take them. A little scary for him if the defense starts with... Well, they have to be careful. They could play diamond to the king, diamond to the queen. If they play ace king of diamonds, they can't really get a tap going. So diamond to the king. Well, a trump lead, so there's no tap. Declare will play.
Yeah, trump lead makes it harder to tap. Yeah. He doesn't really have any outstanding lead there, especially with the 1 diamond may not be diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think clubs and hearts are out, so it's a choice between spades and diamonds. Anyway, it doesn't matter much. He was never going to beat two spades. North-South have too much ammunition. Declare doesn't see what we do, that everything's breaking, so he doesn't realize he has 10 off the top. Also, he doesn't really have 10 off the top in any case, because he has no way to draw trump. If he starts with the ace queen of spades and then gives up a diamond, the opponents can cash 3 hearts.
Yeah, it looks like he has to. It doesn't matter, yeah. Even if he leaves a heart at trick 2, a tap in his hand will set up a heart trick. I'm sorry, set up a spade trick.
If he really won the queen of spades, that's a little curious. He takes away the option of overtaking the queen of spades at some point to draw trump. And that's one of his possible lines is ace of spades, queen of spades to the king, 10 of spades. But it doesn't seem quite right. It actually does jeopardize 2 spades. If he cashes the ace king of clubs, he'll do well, but if the king of clubs were ruffed, he wouldn't like it too much. He'd be in danger of losing 3 hearts, a diamond, a club ruff, and maybe the jack of spades. 3 hearts, a diamond, the queen of clubs, a club ruff. That would be way too many losers. So, declare.
Well, he might cash the ace of spades. He might cash the ace of spades here, then cash the clubs.
Yeah, that's a little better. Then he doesn't have to worry about losing a ruff and the jack of spades. Still, he's not cold for his contract.
It's not easy. Yeah. It's not an easy hand to play. He may just lead a diamond to get communications going back and forth.
All right, he's now willing to lose 3 heart tricks and a diamond for 4. All right, it's by playing hearts rather than diamonds, he keeps open the possibility of having a diamond finesse. All right, not much has changed. He has to decide again. The same thing pretty much the same decision as a couple of tricks ago.
He's almost letting the opponents make the decisions for him. He's just ping-ponging back and forth, which may be a little bit scary.
Could be scary for the opponents, too.
And board 2, or board 47, turned out not to be a total disaster. There they played one no trump in the other room, only down 2. Consequently, 3 more imps to the diamond team.
Tightens the match to 37. Curious to go down 2. I'm not sure how to manage that. I can see making, and I can see down 3.
Yeah, John Miller doing the write-up on that is talking about the fact that that Levin wiped out his entries to his hand by cashing all the spades first.
Well, so that's 4 spades and 3 hearts. I see down 1.
I see down 1 also. Does he have to lose a club? I don't know.
Anyway, and if you have to confuse me with someone, Bobby Levin is just fine.
I would agree there.
Spectators noting
eventually
that
he had to lose
he
had to lose a club trick eventually.
Declare can't see through the backs of the cards, so he has ace, king, queen, jack of diamonds for 4, ace, king of clubs for 6. I still see 6 winners.
Not if you compress them.
Now, I'll look at the. Oh, I see. He went for an end play. He was trying for 7 tricks once they'd given him the opportunity to make the hand. Seems perfectly reasonable. Anyway, kudos to Eric Greco for taking his tricks off the top. And Declare does end up with 10 tricks. All right, looks like another 1 diamond opener for Greco in second seat. Mextroth will double. Hampson could redouble, but he also could pass, planning on showing his strength later. We'll see what their style is. Or he could even bid 1 spade, although that would not be my choice. Okay. We were discussing this yesterday. Ed Manfield wrote an article in the Bridge World 20 years ago or more called "I've Got a Secret." Well, I think we agreed it was 82, so 21 years ago, suggesting that just because you have the strength to redouble doesn't mean you have to redouble. You can show different kinds of hands by redoubling immediately or passing and then doubling. Here, Hampson is still waiting. South has shown strength.
Well, North will sign off, and South should also pass at this point.
Oh, he'll respect it. He's shown everything he had with the Cubid.
And now let's see how I Got a Secret helps here.
All right, now he's saying, I've got a good balanced hand. Do something intelligent, partner. I think that something intelligent.
Thankfully, partner does have an easy 3-diamond bid.
Well, he wants, if he can, he wants to show both minors. West could have 4 clubs and 2 diamonds, for instance.
Well, would in their style, would 3 clubs actually show both minors? Because isn't diamonds nebulous?
I don't know. It could be 3 clubs would imply something like 2 diamonds and 5 clubs.
So I think for strong club bidders, this does become an awkward hand to handle at this point.
Yeah, well, I've hardly ever played a strong club, so not a situation I'm familiar with. I think Greco is wondering what 2-no trump means here and whether it might be natural. Certainly not an auction I think any pair has discussed.
I can see 2-no trump by the weaker hand being for the minors, the responsive hand. I think it's more difficult to read it with the opener.
Well, one of them has 11 plus, one of them has 10 plus. I mean, yeah, there is a weaker hand, but it's close.
Yeah, in this case, it's close. I agree.
So, if they do reach 3 of a minor, how many tricks will they take? Oh my goodness, that's not what I expected.
They decide to pass. Okay.
All right, let's count their tricks. 3 clubs and 2 diamonds for 5, a spade for 6, and a heart for 7. Looks like this will work well for them. If Hampson's on the same wavelength as we are, though, he didn't have to have 4 spades. He might have had 3, say. Maybe even, Doubleton's unlikely on the auction. Hampson has no complaints about the lead. The diamond honor would have told him a little bit more about the hand, but he can place the high cards. I mean, he actually knows, I think he knows now, every one of Greco's 11 points.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot Rodwell can do with that hand.
Declarer will eventually set up the hearts or duck a heart, so the defense will need to cash their club tricks.
So after the double of the 2 spades, if Greco played him for that hand, it's a question of then whether 3-no trump would make versus the penalty, what type of penalty they'll get over 2 spades, it seems like.
Well, they have 22 high. I mean, not that that's stopped them from bidding 3-no in the past, but here the opponents have a pretty straightforward 5 tricks off the top. If Declarer did need to guess the club,
they have
though,
4 tricks off the top. I don't see where they have 5 tricks off the top. Oh, they had the ace, king, queen, and spades. Sorry, never mind. They already played.
I have my my display set to show me played cards, so it's not tactful.
I'm trying to get my comments in between my dog barking over here. It's a hidden run type. But you're right, they have 5 tricks off the top, so this will be clearly profitable. And they gained an imp also on board 48. So far, 14-0 run for Diamond.
All right. right, the hearts are set up, so now East-West have to cash out. And in the right order. Now Hampson knows more about the hand, so he should do what he can to help out his partner. Maybe the 4 of clubs here. Well, Greco knows a lot about the hand too. He could put the Jack of clubs on the table. Then he'll be able to take all the club tricks he's entitled to, even if Hampson does not have the 10 of clubs. It's a pretty play even when it's not necessary.
It is nice, yes.
Hampson is looking at the dummy, so he'll cash the ace of diamonds and then hope a club cashes. I think. He could do it in either order. He knows it's not going to matter.
So a good result on that board. And one which might not have been achieved if you had redoubled.
Indeed, that would have served as a warning. It's could be an example hand for the Manfield article, except if East-West were on the same wavelength, they actually would not have been defending. 2 spades doubled, I think. I mean, maybe they were on the same wavelength and West actually intended it as a penalty double. I don't know. I guess I'm saying if East-West were on the same wavelength as us commentators, and there's no reason to believe they would be. All right. Precision 2 club opening with more shape than usual. Hampson has quite a good hand. They'll reach game somewhere.
Stamenish.
$3-0 by West looks like the best game. Only 8 top tricks, but plenty of chances.
The vulnerability may slow South down here. Nope, doesn't. That doesn't do it.
Yeah, never has before. But I think Hampson might.
It was just a thought.
Doubt this. Now, the downside is Greco has no trump to lead. But he'll lead a high club, declare off the top, has a spade and a heart to lose. But a lot of work to do also.
Yeah, will Greco pass this? He should, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the double was in tempo. I mean, it was a less than a 20-second break, which is considered in tempo in screens, in part because there's 2 reasons.
Would you play 4-no trump here showing this hand at him?
I'm sorry, play which no trump?
Would you play 4-no trump here by East as showing this hand?
Yeah, I would. I mean, not that I use precision, but that seems likely. Just, East doesn't
No,
know
even
they
not
have
using position where
forfeit.
you've shown long clubs on that hand and you don't want to defend.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any cost. So the reason East has no unauthorized information is partly because he doesn't know who was hesitating on the other side, if anyone, and partly because actually there is no hesitation. Even if the 4-spade bid was quick and West doubled quickly, South is allowed to not pass the tray for a while to make it appear that West doubled slowly or mildly slowly. Greco does not like having to make this decision, and I don't blame him.
Well, board 49, which we were talking about 3-note Trump, and they had 5 tops cashers. They didn't cash them, so that was 3 imps for Nickell.
That surprises me. All right, Greco has passed here. Looks to me like the declarer could make this. He has pretty good spade spots.
This I think is a lot closer than it seems. He certainly has a roughing finesse in the diamond suit. And Greco has really just no easy lead here at this point. He'll lead a king of clubs or a queen of clubs. I guess I play Lucino here.
They do. So it'll go rough, diamond to the ace, and heart to the queen probably. So long as he's in the dummy, he might as well hook. He suspects trump or 4-0 from the auction and from the failure to lead a trump. He could then lead the queen of diamonds or rough a diamond small. If he does lead the queen of diamonds, Greco could cover or not. A lot of possibilities. The declarer could eventually lose control of the hand. He only has one more trump than Hampson. He's going to get tapped at trick 1. So maybe he needs to scramble as many tricks as he can. He can take 4 trump in his hand, 2 hearts for 6, a diamond for 7, 2 roughs and dummy for 9, or equivalently one high diamond and 1 rough and dummy. I think that might be it. I think I'm betting on down 1. I'm going to give myself a wire and see what Gibb thinks.
Of particular interest to me are the 7-6 spots here in dummy on the trump suit. What did Gibb say?
Gibb said I was mistaken. No surprise. You really want me to spoil the fun for you?
No, don't spoil the fun. I just want to know if you're surprised or not. If you're surprised, that's good. The main thing I'm looking at is the 7-6 spots are really great push cards here, where you can rough with those and force Hampson to over rough with the ace-queen natural trump tricks.
Well,
The question is, how do you maneuver this hand around for that? You might cash ace of diamonds first, then take a hard hook, and then the queen of diamonds, and run that.
Yeah, I don't think it matters whether West covers or not.
No, I don't think so. But I think you can ruff the diamonds with the 6 and 7, and I'm not sure that Hampson can do anything to stop that.
Well, I mean, you can even, if you want, you can ruff the third diamond with you can ruff the 3 of diamonds with the 3 of spades for style points.
Right. But the 4th diamond you can ruff with the 6.
Yeah, and you might as well ruff the 3rd diamond with the 6 anyway, because the 3 is going to disappear under the ace of trump. There's no real benefit to ruffing low when you could ruff middle.
Yeah, only unless you're playing to your audience.
So if you ruff with a 6, Hampson can over-ruff with a queen, cash the ace of trump, get out with a trump, and declare can still ruff another diamond. The declarer will take 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 ruffs and dummy is 6, but only 4 spades in his only 4 spades in his hand is 10 tricks. Hampson would have been happy to hold the trick and shift to trump, but not today.
So the hand kind of plays itself here, unless he decides to float the 10 of hearts, which I can't think is right.
No, that would be a strange play. It might not even cost, but he led the 9, giving West a chance to cover with the jack. Maybe it is right to hook. If trump are 4-0 as he suspects.
Well, there's no reason to suspect that East does not have the king of hearts, is there?
King of hearts could be in either hand. There's no way to tell. I think maybe it's right to run the 9.
Well, he's certainly thinking about it.
If the distribution is something like what it is, running the 9 essentially gives him an extra chance when both. Gives him several extra chances. It gives him an extra chance when the king and jack of hearts are onside. If the queen lost to the king, he could finesse against the jack later. But if they're both onside, why not take as many tricks as you can? You might need them.
Well, I decided against it. Okay. With the king of hearts onside and no spade lead, the king of diamonds has to be onside.
Indeed. Pitching a heart from dummy so he can make sure he can get back to his hand with club love.
I think he's just about home here. He can ruff a diamond, come back with the ace of hearts, ruff another diamond, ruff a club, and play a diamond and pitch a heart.
He'll ruff with the 6 of spades now. Or maybe the 7. Or even the jack if he feels like it.
Okay, how many style points are we going for? So now a heart to the ace.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to. Well, I mean, a club ruff is safe enough too, but a heart to the ace is more normal. Well, unless he needs to. No, maybe he wants to ruff a club now, cash the ace of hearts, and then ruff a diamond, just to make sure he gets
I
enough
would think
rough
you would
in his
want to
hand.
just play
He
the
doesn't
ace
get
of
out
hearts and rough a diamond with the 7. Isn't he home free at that point?
Yeah, I think he's home free either way.
Yeah.
Doesn't really
I
make a
think
difference. West is going to over rough with the queen of spades, so Declare doesn't have to worry about making the trumps in his hand. There's no trump coup necessary. Oh, that's not what I expected.
Okay. So he'll put the 10 in. Now he'll rough another diamond. It's basically almost the same thing here. He's willing to give up 2 spades and a heart in his hand.
Yeah, I guess the point is if he roughs a diamond, Hampson can over rough, draw dummy's last trump, tap him with a club, but he doesn't have another club to tap him with again later.
He'll retain the ace of hearts for an entry.
So, on the one hand, I don't quite understand why Rodwell played it as he did instead of going for more of a straight cross rough. But on the other hand, Rodwell is...
Same contract in the other room was made.
Okay. Yeah, Rodwell is considered by most to be, if not the world's best declarer, then certainly in the top 3. So, usually has a very good reason for whatever he does. 5 of hearts from dummy? That doesn't seem right to me.
He's playing now to rough a heart in dummy.
Yeah, I guess.
So he's transferring the losers.
Yeah.
So Greco now I think should lead a spade.
That would be his best play, yes.
Here in the other room, the play was pretty much the same up until trick 5, when Platnick continued with a heart off the board rather than a spade like Rodwell did.
Yeah, that's what I expected, but here all roads lead to Rome. Well, both north-south pairs will be slightly disappointed to discover they don't have a pickup on the deal. Hampson is wondering if he should rough his partner's tricks so he can get a couple trumps on the table. But that's not going to help him because Declare's 5th diamond is a winner, and he can be pretty sure Declare's shape is, in fact, what it is.
So as John points out, Rodwell has several ways of making his hand, including a trump coup if necessary. I think chess players say it better when they say en passant.
En passant is nice. We were talking about elopement earlier in the match.
That sounds like something you do with your girlfriend, though.
Well, hopefully not too often.
Anyway, Hampson giving it a long study, and why not? He still is wondering why this thing disappeared from him. I think he already knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's, the longer he takes to play a card, the longer he keeps from going minus 790. All right, there we go. Greco suspects it didn't matter what he played.
Certainly an exciting push forward.
Indeed. And Nexstroth has quite a nice hand. Looks like a strong club opener. Although some pairs open 2-0 with this, even in precision. All right. Apparently it's too strong for a 2-0 opening. Yeah, it's 21, but a good 21. I'm going to go see what. 2-0 would have been 19 or 20. Okay. Negative response. Okay, no. 2-0 rebid is 19 or 20. Well, they'll take the push. They always do. Checking for a heart fit first. And with hearts behaving, 3-0 will come home. The 9 of spades is a nice card to have. Keeps East-West from being able to run the suit by leading an honor from the East hand. Vinock presumably showed no 4 or 5 card major.
So your lead against 3-0. Lead a diamond on this one?
Well, Kit Woolsey will not let me lead a 4-card suit against no trump. So, heart does not seem appealing. I guess the partner didn't double clubs. Yeah, I would just, I would pass.
Okay. Oh, this takes all the pressure off of this hand.
I think
Actually, he's going to make.
He'll
make over tricks. He'll make over tricks at this point.
I would lead a diamond as the least of evils. Okay, he's got 5 diamonds, spade in the bag for 6, ace, king, ace for 9, and with the queen of hearts coming down, he has the jack of hearts for a 10th trick.
Yeah, so they'll gain an imp here. They led the 6 of diamonds in the other room, which is probably your safest lead. At least you're probably not going to give up too much on the hand.
Yeah, that's. I would, in fact, have led a diamond, given that you have to lead something.
So John talking about the fact that, well, there goes anyway. There's 4 heart tricks.
According to the Nickell convention card, a 2-0 opening, it says 1920 to 2021.
Yeah, it's. I think it's on
here we go. We have a new explanation at the table. This 2-0 showed 21 to 23. So it's stronger than the 2-0 opening.
Yeah, I think with this vulnerability, they showed 90 to 20 to no Trump. If they were vulnerable, it'd be the 2021.
Got it. All right, we're on to 52.
And a useful 2 imps
Nickell on that deal.
Nickell on that.
Sure, every little bit helps.
It's hard to lose when they're all on your side.
True that.
But this looks like a 1 club followed by a 4 spade bid.
Mixtroth will be pleased.
Well, this may slow it down now. Yeah, he may look for more now.
Oh. Yeah, well. Turns out 4 spades goes for 500 if it's doubled. Might not be doubled. North doesn't have to have nearly so much defense for his overcall.
Are we saying that 3-no Trump is the only makeable game here?
I think that's correct. And
well, South will not double 4 spades.
for all he knows, they're going to keep bidding. Hampson must be tempted. All right, not tempted enough. So, likely a peaceful 2 down.
Yeah, how do you put the brakes on to 3-no Trump? That's the question.
Well, I think you don't.
You don't really want to rough here with that spade holding, I would think. But
No. That would no point in roughing partner's winner. Certainly not his ace.
no, I'm saying you don't really want to shorten yourself. So the question is, how do you want partner to continue after the second diamond?
Well, you want him to cash the ace of hearts if he has it, and he worked it out well enough. Maybe a count signal in hearts would have helped him, but it was very tempting for Mexstroth to get the club out of his hand. Might be necessary to do that. Well, on some similar deals, it might be necessary to do that. Here, I can't see.
Well, the easy part done. Now, actually, Rodwell needs to lead a club at this point. Any other lead will cost him if Mexstroth does bluff.
Sorry, I don't get it. I mean, I see two trump tricks for Mexstroth, pretty much no matter what happens, unless he roughs low and gets over roughed, and that's just not
right.
Not in the cards.
It's careless. You have to be careless to do it. It doesn't matter. I agree with you. I mean, there's almost no possibility for down one on this hand.
Yeah, Mexstroth already got the careless out of his system on the first board.
On board 46, you're right.
At least, I'm sure he and his partner are hoping so. All right, we've got a new one up. North is the dealer. Normal one heart opening. South has enough to force the game opposite a standard American opening bid. He might force the game with what he's got too. We'll see. He could try 1-no followed by 2-no. With everything friendly, 3-no
looks force game right now.
Like a make.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick and easy.
Indeed. And 2 clubs was artificial, so Hampson will likely lead a club. But, it's going to work well for declare clubs are 5-2 instead of 4-3. The 10 of spades is onside for him. Hearts are 3-3 with the king on. So he doesn't know it, but it's tough to see any problems for him on the deal. He wants 3 heart winners. So running the 9 first is right because the Jack-10 might be onside. But now that he's lost to the Jack or 10, he has to decide whether to play low to the queen or low to the 8 on the second round. Here he doesn't have to because Hampson's going to be forced to play the 10. I think when he wants 3 tricks in the suit, his right play is low to the 7 on the second round. That loses to King 10 tight or King Jack tight. I'm sorry, it wins against King 10 tight or King Jack or King 10 tight compared to playing the Queen. Whereas low to the Queen would only win against Jack 10 doubleton. So it is a restricted choice position, if not a standard restricted choice position. And on to something more fun. North-South have a lot of ammunition. They're on a club hook for 6 of a minor.
And board 52 was also a push 4 spades down, 2 in the other room.
Right. Nexstroth made the disciplined pass with a somewhat nice looking 10 count. Now he can go, having passed with this hand, he can go all out in supporting diamonds. He can cubit or splinter. But at any other color, Greco might have bid 4 hearts already. Now he's thinking about it. Anyone spying on the other match? Kraniak had a 65 imp lead against Fleischer going into the final set.
Yeah, let me go check on. I'll check for you. I'll be right back.
No need to check. One of our
No, I'm
spies.
not leaving here.
Now,
I can check though.
Oh, I understand, but it's 57 imps, 5-7. So does not look good for Fleischer. Three diamonds. That takes away. I'm a little curious about that 5 diamond bid by Nexstroth. I was guessing he might try 4 hearts, given the room. Greco does not like the sound of that. All right, 5 diamonds doubled, making 6. I don't think there's a way to make 7 playing in diamonds.
Not with a heart lead.
And you could even hold it to
Or
5.
Or any lead. Well,
no,
now you might make it.
Not going to hold it to 5. But so now he can make 7. He gets 1 pitch on the last club.
He gets a pitch on the club and a pitch on the spade. That was not good.
Yeah, he can. Well, I mean, it's better than par for East-West. North-South can make 1370 legitimately. They used to call this a stripe-tailed ape double, as our written commentator notes, but I think it only gets that when you intentionally double, presuming they can make slam. North-South are non-vol, so they were entitled to 920, not 1370. Excuse me. And thank you, Darwin.
Well, that's a problem when you maneuver like Greco did and his partner believed him.
Indeed.
I agree with John regarding the origin of the stripe-tailed ape doubles, but here I don't think Rodwell was moving past 5 diamonds.
No, if he was, I mean, he didn't know. Mexroth could have had a lot less. If Rodwell thought slam was in the picture, I think he'd have redoubled 5 diamonds.
Plus, you tend not to make that double when you're red and they're white because you tend to not like the running when you're red.
Well, on the one hand, that's true. On the other hand, I don't know if anybody tends to make that double. I've been playing 35 years. I don't think I've seen it yet, not intentionally.
Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. I think that about the only time you see it is in books. I think it's right by the urban myth section.
Yeah, I used to play against John Lowenthal a fair bit, but the situation never came up. We're ahead of the other table. They're about to start. Board 54. All right. Hampson took Greco's overcall seriously, but they
Unfortunately, they run out of tricks quickly.
yeah, looks like 7 tricks with not much prospect for an ace. Even on a low spade lead would be 8 tricks only. The defense would still have 5 winners. Mexroth may play the 10 here to clarify. Yeah, he just encourages with the 2. Not much to this one now. West might not have had a natural 2-no trump available. I think if he did have, he'd have used it.
Okay, so they got that one over very quickly. We're speeding along in this match.
We are. There's still playing 53 at the other table. So West is the dealer. Yet another diamond opening. I don't think Rodwell will preempt with the north hand, but he could surprise me. Greco's pretty sure he has the best hand at the table there. There is no good slam for East-West. The main chance in slam is to find the king and 10 of diamonds in the north hand. Whether you play 6 clubs, 6 diamonds, or 6 no trump. And if you play 6 no trump, you run the risk of going down several. But they know that they open light, so they likely have the tools to stop. They do have some unfortunate duplication in hearts, though. Board 54 is going to be different at the other table. They found a Flannery opening in third seat.
I don't know if you mentioned on 53 the 11-inch swing for Nickell because they bid game here and made while they stopped in 2-no trump, making 2 at the other table.
I did not mention it because I did not notice it. So now Nickell is up 2 imps for the set. So most pairs bid 12 opposite 12 games nowadays, but there's no rule that says you have to. Certainly this was not one of those cold games, but it is one you want to do.
Especially when you have 13 highs, you have a monster then, right?
All right. Greco and Hampson stopped in 3-no, which 4-no would have been safe. They have 10 tricks off the top, 11 tricks with a spade lead. Declare will take a diamond finesse and then see what happens. if Mexstroth does not cash his ace of hearts. I think he will be squeezed out of it, but he knows to cash it.
Now, if they all, the way they're playing his hands, it looks like they've got early dinner reservations. Very quick claims, and on to the next hand.
Good for them. And you know, you always might need the time for some of the later deals. Platnick and Diamond missed the 6-diamond slam at the other table. They had an auction where it looks to me like Platnick underbid, but
Do you know if Rod Wilmot-Stroth still use 2 diamonds for their 4-4-0-4-5 hands or 4-4-1-4 hands?
I don't know, but I can have a quick look. I think I have their convention card in one of these tabs.
Because I have an old convention card. I don't know if they've done any changes in the last couple of years to it.
There's one up on the USBF site. It's from bridgewinners.com, where they have a nice convention card editor. Yeah, it says 2 diamonds is 11 to 15 with short diamonds.
And John also responded. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I have a 2005 card from them. That's what I was looking at. That's why I always worried about that they have them updated.
I'm sure they've changed a lot of small things since then, but maybe not many big ones.
The 2-diamond bid has always been the one that everybody seems to want to change from multi to Flannery to whatever you want. It gets well mutilated.
Yeah, I've certainly used it as a number of different things. When I was playing in Europe, I would play it weak if my partners would allow me, natural and weak. And typically we'd be the only pair in the field playing it that way.
Spec writes that the only thing they've changed over the years on the 2-diamond bid have been their responses, which makes sense. Thank you.
All right. Declare might have to guess the trump to make the hand. Or actually, no, maybe even guessing the trump isn't going to help. Let's see. He could take 4 clubs, a diamond and a diamond rough for 6, a heart for 7, king of spades for 8. But he could pitch his spade losers on the heart.
Yeah.
So defense will have time to switch to spades, but they need to get around to it.
Yeah, they need to do it now. Okay.
Hampson could and probably should switch to the queen of spades in case his partner has something like 10-9 third. He did not get present count in diamonds from Greco. Oh, but maybe I wasn't looking. Maybe Greco played the 5 and the 4 to give count that way.
He played the 4 and then the
likely.
5.
Huh. They use upside down count, so. But it seems likely Declare has no more diamonds, otherwise he'd have taken another rough. I'm betting he'll come up with a queen of spades eventually, but we'll see.
You and your
All
bet.
right, what do you know?
I hope you put everything on it, Adam. So he'll need to run with the ace and cash out at this point.
Well, if he roughs, it doesn't matter whether he cashes or not, since there's no entry to dummy.
No, if he roughs, declare is just going to declare down one.
Yeah. I think he was, just making very sure he knew what was going on. But the 7 of hearts was actually a winner. All right, claim as predicted. 3 deals left in the set. We'll start again at 10 tomorrow morning, although I'm going to take the first set tomorrow off.
So they'll play 2 sets tomorrow morning, and then after that they'll play. Are they going to play 3 and 3 or 4 and 2? Do you know?
I have the schedule
because they'll be playing Fleischer.
Let's see. Okay, in the final tomorrow it starts at 2 sets. The 2 final sets start
at
2
sets tomorrow, then 4 sets on Monday. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And
so
that'll be for USA2.
Almost the same set as almost the same schedule as we've been playing. They just get a little more time between the semifinal and the final than previous days.
And that may have been one of the reasons the Fleischer team decided to take on one more set even though they were down quite a bit to Krajniak, was the fact they're going to have quite a bit of time before tomorrow's action starts, so they were going to get plenty of rest anyway. Plus, the last few boards, they got the differential down to about 65, so I guess that gave them a little bit of confidence that they might have a shot at it.
Yeah, apparently the other match is over. Krajniak won. Now, speculation is rampant as to who they'll add. I need to drop them a line, let them know I'm available. No. I played for Switzerland last year. I'm sure they would have loved to add me, but I'm not eligible.
Yeah, they'll have plenty of good pairs to what would you say? Just a review over to interview.
Indeed, and I mean they're not going to make any decision until this event is over because any pair that's not on the USA2 is a potential ad. Meanwhile, back in our match, East-West reached 4 spades unopposed. Looks like even with the bad trump break, they have only 3 losers.
Yeah, they should have no problem making here.
All right, two left. Nickell with a commanding but not insurmountable lead. 32 deals left in the match.
Yeah, good Las Vegas hand for East.
What game is it good for?
Low ball. What do you think?
Ah,
You just
I'm
have
not
to
a poker
change
player, but I'm told. Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
Everybody play Texas Hold'em now?
I believe so. That seems to be the new rage. Maybe it's no longer a rage. Maybe it's a way of life now.
East has 16 low card points and nice shape, but that won't help him here. He's just happy not to have been doubled somewhere.
Yeah, nice that 10-4 of spades is enough on this hand one. On this one.
Well, it usually is when partner opens 2-0.
And also the stiff queen of diamonds, so the whole hand comes up. Look at the stiff honors in each hand.
Yeah.
I think this will be a quick flamer also.
9 tricks with the diamond falling, 10 with the club on side. You could set up the 10 of spades for an 11th trick, except that you've already lost 3 tricks. The declarer won't need the
That looks like well, the best thing is for him to cash 3 and go on to the last board.
Indeed. All right. Well, a different 10 tricks now. I wonder if he can squeeze an 11th out of it. I think he can. Oh, no, he can't because he no longer has the 10 of clubs in dummy. If he did have it, he could have then played West. Not worth worrying about, even though they have plenty of time compared to the other table.
Jeff plays them quickly anyway, so this will be over very shortly.
He was planning on playing the Jack of Diamonds so that he'd keep communication to catch the Queen of Hearts, but changed that plan when he saw the Queen. I think running the 10 was actually better than low to the Jack. If you play low to the Jack, you could have trouble if the Jack holds and your left-hand opponent has Queen 4th. If you play low to the Jack, you might have to play low to the 10 on the next round as a safety play.
Just to keep the communications
in both
right.
directions.
I think he's probably happy that he didn't have to make that decision.
Well, his contract was secure. You can get... Yes, Andrew Gumpertz points out that 4 diamonds were unlikely in the West hand on the auction. I don't know what the 3 club bid meant, so I don't know how unlikely it was. All right, North and South are in their second best fit. Greco takes the push. And looks like they can make 12 tricks if they play in hearts. Five heart trick, 6 diamonds is 11, and a spade ruff for 12. Suppose they played in diamonds. I'm sorry, I can't count. 5 hearts, 6 diamonds is 11, and the ace of clubs for 12.
I was going to be nice to you, Adam, and not state the obvious.
Well, wait. Isn't that 13 then with the spade ruff?
With the spade ruff, right. Yeah. Once he rectifies the count, he'll make 13 tricks.
All right, here 5 spades doubled seems likely. Declare's going to lose a club, a diamond, and 2 hearts. And
John makes an interesting point here, whether the double is forward going, showing a control in the spade suit or not.
Well,
here
whatever
it's
it's
just
meaning,
to play.
Rodwell. Yeah, I mean, he doubled with a doubleton diamond. Her partner bid his doubleton. He's, I think, happy not to have to put down that dummy. And he's got lots of high cards, so he's happy to defend, too. He might be disappointed to find they end up...
So it looks like they have 4 tricks here. They got 2 hearts, a club, and a diamond. Do you see anything else?
No, not a chance. I mean, Declare can draw all the trump. It's...
So this will be a good sacrifice.
It
could be a good pickup for Diamond team if they find the slam in the other room. Adam, it's been a pleasure doing this with you. I really have enjoyed it. Thank you. And I want to thank Les Ortega for being our operator there. And also to John Miller for doing stellar work with the McWell system. Thank you, John. Really been a lot of help. And nice job with the commentary.
All right. See you all tomorrow, and thanks also to the players for a great show, and to the USBF for a great tournament. After this board, I'm going to pop over and spectate at the other table. Curious to see what they'll do on some of those.
And also, thank you to all the specs for their input and for joining us. This has really been a very, very exciting show and a lot of fascinating hands. Interesting treatment by the players. Bye, everyone.
All right. Adios.